Hi guys, welcome to my channel. How you guys been doing? Welcome to the family. For the new subscribers and for the old ones, thank you very much for supporting me. Just keep following. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, and I'd want you guys to keep urging me to create more content because I'm very enthusiastic. Very enthusiastic to create more content. So thank you. I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy to be like helping you guys, like seriously, like it's what I live for. My name is Hanan. Please like, share, comment and subscribe down below if you like this content. So today we're starting with my first episode on my self-development journey. The first episode is going to be the process of healing. And the process of healing, like my journey, according to like my story, it's like a way of like taking back your power. You know, when you're like, okay, now I know my problems and I want to try and fix them. So at that, there was a time like I was very, very depressed and I felt alone, and I don't know, I was just dealing with many issues and so many emotions, and yeah, like something bad would happen and I would think about the traumas that came with the issue, and like my childhood traumas concerning that experience. And yeah, and it made me really feel alone, and like it made me feel like no one understood me, and I was very like angry with myself, with people around me. Like I think I was just an angry person in general. So at that time, like I thought, you know, it's time to like find like to change or something. I felt like it was time to try and actually face the problems. So during the process of now healing myself, I had to do shadow work. And shadow work like involves like you going back to those childhood traumas and like rethinking them, and like actually putting yourself in the person's shoes, the one that hurt you. And I did that. I actually went back to those moments that made me feel like I was alone and I was like neglected in a way. So then I really thought about that issue, and I put myself in like my mom's shoes. So when I was a kid, I used to be a quiet kid, because you know, like the environment I was in, like it was just there was a lot going on at that time. My dad was like leaving, my mom was like now being the breadwinner and she was traveling all the time, and I was like living with my grandma. So my mom had to like be the provider. So I felt neglected because, you know, there's no one to like take care of you, and you know your grandma is old and she can only do enough for you guys, you know. But I'm sure, like I know she did her best. It wasn't her fault to be able to take care of kids at that age, you know. Things happen. So I put myself in like the people that, like I felt like my mom hurt me for like neglecting me, and like I felt ignored. That's how I felt when I was a kid, half the time. So yeah, so I put myself in her shoes. What else would she have done? Because she was the only provider of 2 children. Like, would she have left us to die or be hungry, or just, you know, a lot of things could have happened. But she chose to work and look for money. Even if I felt ignored, at the end of the day, there was food at the table. I was clothed. Yeah, I was clothed, I was fed, and everything was good. And I don't complain, I thank God. So when I put myself in her shoes and actually like understand where she came from, and it wasn't her fault to be that way and to be this tough lady, because the environment like made her that way, because she had to be in survival mode to help the rest of us, yeah. So when I thought of it that way, I let go of that anger and I let go of that resentment. So when you let go of something, it means that you've actually like moved past it, and it's not going to like haunt you or make you feel some type of way or feel sad about it. Yeah, so that's the first step, to just acknowledge and do the shadow work and just being aware. Yeah, and when you come to terms with it, you know, there are certain problems that are just very huge. They're just very big issues that you can't get past it. Like you feel like it's just something that, you know, it has really changed you. It has changed your perspective on life. It has changed your perspective on yourself. If it's that big of an issue, then just think of it this way. Put like a switch on and be like, okay, this thing happened maybe 2 years ago, or maybe a month ago, maybe 10 years ago. So you won't let that define you, because half the people don't even remember what happened 10 years ago. You know, people just think of it as the past. The past will not define your present nor your future. Think of like leaving the past behind, you know, let the dead bury the dead, forget the past, because it's gone. That is not going to define you in any way. That will not make you go to hell. That will not make you like lose your self-respect or your self-value or your self-love. It will not change anything. So when you think of the past, like it's just the past, it's not going to actually do anything, because you won't go back there. You know, you're just the one killing yourself with your thoughts, and you know, yeah, so you just leave it there. Try to leave it there. Try to like disconnect yourself from those emotions, those experiences. Yeah, but you have to face them to let them go. That's the main thing here. Even if they're just very tough, try to just let them go. Be like, okay, it happened, I accept it, and yeah, life goes on. So yeah, I will not tell you to be like okay with what happened, because I know some things are just too much to bear, but I'll tell you to just keep it in the past. Know that it's not going to define your future, because that's how it is. Because if you keep channeling those emotions to the future, that's what will happen. But if you change your mindset, change your thoughts, change your thinking, nothing like that will ever happen again. So just let go and let it be in the past. Leave it in the past. So the last thing I want to tell you, I want you guys to have this enough self-love to know that, okay, I love myself too much that I don't want to be thinking of these things that keep hurting me mentally, or they keep hurting me emotionally. You want to forget that, because you love yourself so much, to just forgive. You go to those people, or not even necessarily go to them, just find it in your heart to forgive the people who hurt you, because if you put yourself in their shoes, like you'll actually understand where they're coming from, and it's going to be easy for you to forgive. So the main point is try and forgive as much as possible, because if you forgive, you actually let go, and you don't want to hurt yourself, because you love yourself so much, because you come first. Yeah, you have to be in that space to be able to love yourself to an extent that you don't want to hurt yourself in any way because of someone else's things, that what they said or what they did to you, you know. Because if you let go of that, that's how you'll find growth, because you'll be like, okay, I actually forgave this person because they hurt me. They did hurt me so much, but I did forgive because I understood where they come from. And human is to error. No one is perfect. You have to understand that people will let you down. People will just do a lot of harm to you. But you know what? You have to know that we're not perfect. Human is to error. So it's just up to you to know how to forgive and move past it. So there are 3 types of attachment styles. The first one is the secure attachment style. The second one is the anxious style and there's the dismissive avoidance style. So I took a test and I found out that I'm a dismissive avoidance style of like, that's how I relate or behave with all relationships of my life. So I'm mostly like very emotionally distant, and I don't like to share my vulnerability with people, and apparently that is like rooted from my childhood when I was young, because that's how I like related to my mom or my dad, or I don't know, the environment. So that's how I was relating to that. So I was mostly like very distant, and I still am up to now, and I'm working through that emotion. But then I actually like thought about the issue itself and how it came about, and I put myself in my parents' shoes, and I was like, it's not their fault that they were acting that way, because they were going through their own problems at that time, and it wasn't their fault that I always felt maybe ignored, or like, yeah, because I actually did feel most alone. Even when they were around, I did feel alone for quite some time. So I actually understood, because my mom was going through a lot at that time, and my dad was also going through his own problems. Now, I don't know if that's comforting, but yeah, I put myself, and I was feeling like sorry and remorse, because I was like, it's not their fault that they were acting that way, because the marriage was just not working, and even if we ended up like losing him, it wasn't like in a bad place, because they just grew apart. Like, I actually thought of it in a logical way. If I was somebody else, like not like in that family, like it was just a stranger, like overlooking in someone's family, like the children of course will have to understand, like they have to understand and come to terms of not being around their dad, or or anyone, the one that left. So yeah, you have to just come into terms with that, and like you have to be strong enough to actually forgive and just feel sad for them for going through that, like if you like go through that stage, you'll find that it's easy for you to forgive your past self and the traumas that you went through, because you're actually like digging deep and digging so deep to know that that's what happened, and it's okay, and I understand, and it's good, because these things do haunt us even now in my relationships. Like, I'm going through it, man. My relationships are seriously, like, because I'm this person who is not like, I can't open up. I have trust issues. I have like major anxiety when someone is like getting close, like I'm working through it. Yeah, it's a work in progress. So yeah, I want to end with this quote from Oprah Winfrey. Hi Oprah, hi. Forgiveness is letting go of the hope that the past will be any different. Past yako kenye yote imefanyika, like from your childhood or just during your teenagehood or your adulthood, like even if it's just your past, na haita change, itakuwa tu the same. It's up to you to change your future though. Like kama hutaki ku attract the same things in your life, then you have to change your mindset, and you have to really change your routines and your subconscious, or whatever you think, your thoughts, everything. You have to change everything. So the past will will never change. The past will stay the same. If you want, you can go back there any minute and you'll think of those things and zitakusaidia kama unadhani itakusaidia, lakini to be honest, that is just your past. It will not be any different, but your future will be different according to your thoughts. And yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. Thank you. Like, share, comment and subscribe down below.